How's it going, everybody? John MacLennan here, and in today's video I'm going to teach you a classic blues called T-Bone Blues by T-Bone Walker. This is in the key of G, and it uses a 12-bar blues chord progression. Now we're going to go over the main guitar part to this. I'm going to show you how to play through the entire song. I'm also going to show you how the form changes a little bit. It starts off with just a straight 12-bar blues, and then when the vocal comes in, there's what we call a quick 4-chord progression. I'm going to break it all down for you step by step, but before we get started, I want to hook you up with something right away at the first link down below. I've got an exclusive blues guitar training series, and this is some content that's not on YouTube. It's super high quality. I've got multiple camera angles and tabs and sheet music that you can download all completely for free. So if you're interested in building a solid foundation with your blues guitar playing, check that out at the first link down below. And with that said, let's break this song down. Let's break down how to play T-Bone Blues as recorded by T-Bone Walker on guitar. Now this is a 12-bar blues in the key of G, and we're going to start off with this guitar part that plays a bass line outlining a major 6 chord, which is that classic T-Bone Walker sound where you hear things like, and the bass line really just outlines those notes. Here's what it sounds like. 3 and 4. So we're going to start with 4 bars of the G chord, or what we call our 1 chord. And we're going to walk in from the 2nd fret on the 6th string up to the 3rd fret. Then we're going to go to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Then we'll move down 1 string, 2nd fret of the 4th string, and play. That's the 2nd fret, and then open. So. And rhythmically, we're coming in on the and of 4. It's like 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So and 1, and then we hold this till the and of 2, 1 and 2, and then we play this 2nd fret a little bit staccato. T-Bone plays that just like real short. Bum, 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 and then and 4 and. So all together, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Now later in the song, for the solo, when T-Bone's playing over this, he's going like, and doing some slides here, which are again based off this classic T-Bone Walker chord, which is a G. Here it's a G 9th, but really T-Bone would use this chord all over. He'd use a dominant 9th chord, and then he'd slide the top 3 strings of that. He'd do it here, he'd also do it here. So that's going on over 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So we're going to play this 4 times. Then we're going to go to the 4 chord. So that's going to be the same riff. I'm just going to shift everything down 1 string. So I'm going to start on the 5th string now and play 2, 3, then 2 on the 4th string, 2 on the 3rd string, open. Play that 2 times, then come back to G. Okay, so that's bars 5 through 8. So if I put that together with the first 4 bars, it sounds like this. 3 and 4. To C, the 4 chord, back to G. Okay, then we get to the last 4 bars of our 12-bar blues. Here we're gonna go. And what that is I went up to the 5 chord, so I'm going to play, starting on the 5th string, I'm going to play 4, 5, then 4 on the 4th string, then drop it down 1 string, 4, 2. So what I've done is I've played the same riff that I'm doing on C, but I've moved everything up 2 frets, like this. And then 1 time on C, and then 2 times back on G. So all together, here's the whole thing from top to bottom, starting with the G riff. 3 and 4. To C. Back to G. Then D, then C, G. Okay, so that's the intro. Now, once the vocal comes in, we do this change to our 12-bar blues called a quick 4. And this is something I talk a lot about in my Essential Blues guitar system, but it's the idea of going to the 4 chord in the 2nd measure. So what I'm going to do is play, instead of playing 4 riffs on G, I'm going to go to 1 riff on G, 1 riff on C, then 2 riffs on G for the first 4 bars. So that's going to sound like this. 3 and 4. Quick 4. Back to 1. Stay on 1. Then, from there, the rest of the blues is the same. Okay, now I want to show you the ending. The very last time, this is how we play the blues ending here. It's going to sound like this. So this is a classic blues ending, and what we do, instead of, like if we had our typical 12-bar blues, we would play in the last 4 bars, we would go 5 down to 4, and then 2 Gs, 2 1 chords. But what we're going to do is do 5, then 4, then here we're going to go and do this little turnaround bass line. So we're going to play the 3rd fret of the 6th string, then we're going to walk up on the 5th string, 2, 3, 4, 5, so. And then we're going to do 2 chords. Again, those classic, right? That's the T-Bone Walker sound right there. It's the dominant 9th chord. And what I'm playing there is a G sharp 9 to a G9. Now this chord doesn't have a root. You can play a root on top, or you could put a root on the bottom like that, but a lot of times you just play this chord like this. Just those 4 notes. So it's 3, 4, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, 2, 3. Again, if you want to add the thumb, you can. I probably wouldn't. I would just go. So that bass line for the ending goes. Sometimes I'll slide into that. Right? It's just up a half step, then back down. So all together from the 5 chord. Have fun practicing T-Bone Blues as recorded by T-Bone Walker on guitar. Make sure to go and play this along with the recording. That's going to help you get the feel, help you put these sections together, and just keep hearing. You know, it's important that we listen to these recordings a lot so that we know what they're supposed to sound like, and we just sort of soak that up like a sponge. Before you go, don't forget to get access to my free blues guitar training at the first link down below. If you've been playing blues for a while, that's great. This is going to make sure that you have a solid foundation, and if you're just getting started, this is going to just line everything up for you and show you what you need to know to get sounding like the blues pros. As always, leave any song requests in the comments down below. Thanks for your support here on the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.